What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Dafty, and today we're going to be doing a little video on Halo settings. Obviously, this is going to be a high Onyx Halo settings video, so if you're looking for some updated settings, maybe a few tweaks, this is the video for you. Just want to get this out of the way too. I am playing on a Scuff Impact, so I do have 4 paddles in the bottom. They are automatically binded to the buttons up here, so I do have, I can explain those as I go along here to make it a little easier for you. I think controls aren't going to be the main focus of this video. I think a big misconception with Halo and how far all the settings have gone so far is these dead zones and axial dead zones and threshold inputs and stuff like that. The main thing is going to be for you guys to just go in Academy, open up trading mode, and just play against some bots and really get a feel for which settings are making a difference in your controller and how it's affecting. Because a lot of these explanation videos are really bad, and it's really hard to understand what these settings are actually doing and how they're going to change and affect your aim and stuff like that. So just really play around with it. It only takes, I would say, probably like 3 to 6 hours of just like in-game practice time. You don't have to do it straight, break it up. Just play some bot lobbies and get it down to where you think it feels good, and you can adjust it from there. At least you'll have a better sense of what it's actually doing for you. But first things first, I do play on Legacy. A lot of the main two are Legacy and Bumper Jumper. I think Bumper Jumper is probably more popular, definitely in the competitive pro scene. Definitely for not scuffs. I think for claw players playing Bumper Jumper, I think it's probably the more popular option. I don't play claw because I have a scuff here. I'm mostly a mouse and keyboard player up until the new Halo came out because H5 was so bad. So, button layout, I play on Legacy. Thumbstick is default. I have vibration off, obviously, and then my settings for movement and aiming are right here. So I have hold to crouch on. I have, let's see, maintain sprint and step jump on. Everything else is off. Auto clamper just seems really bad. Seems to kind of fuck me more than it helps me, so I end up turning that off. Hold to zoom just seemed weird to me. Always played hold to zoom off on Halo, so yeah. Sensitivity and acceleration. These are going to be kind of the look acceleration is going to be more of a kind of flat a flat statistic. I think most of the players kind of play in this 3 to 5 range, so you can definitely kind of move it around to where you feel feels good. I definitely like my vertical higher. It's nice to kind of be able to move around and kind of use the ability pickups to kind of do some cool plays. So look sensitivity vertical up a little bit higher for that one. And then zoom sensitivity and zoom level, I think they're default. This might be up a little higher. Yeah. And then move thumbstick. These are the ones, like I said earlier, you're really going to want to play around because your controller is going to be different. If you're using any third-party applications and you already changed those in that, it could be really weird. So what I like to do is keep those third-party application stuff default, and I just like to change it in game. It's usually the easiest way to go about it, especially when you're changing games. So I have my center dead zone at 5, my max input threshold at 10, and I have my axial dead zone at 5. Look thumbstick, I have at 5 as well. 5, 10, 5 as well, so same as the move. So here are my settings, like actual button mapping controls. So as you can see, it will just say X, Y, A, and B. So these are all my paddles. So I'm actually not using any of these buttons right here. I'm just using the paddles down there. I will sometimes use A if I have to. Just sometimes it's easier, but that's about it. Another couple of easy settings that you should probably change when going about your kind of Halo experience is your FOV. It's nice to turn that up from the default. I know a lot of the pros, when they practice, they're playing really high FOV, somewhere in that like 110 to 120 area. And then I know a lot of pros, when they go to compete, they are kind of going down to that 100, 105 area. So it is kind of a big difference, but it'll definitely kind of change the pace of your game, make it feel like it's moving faster or slower. It'll make your shot better as well. So yeah. I have my resolution scale at 100%. I got my minimum frame rate at 72, and then I got my maximum at 144. VSync off. Hopefully, you guys should know that. I have all my presets pretty much on low. Depth of field on medium. Lighting quality can be on low for sure. Fog is off. Wind's off. Everything's on low for the most part. I have effects on medium. Drawing quality, probably put that on low. This is all just to maximize your frame rates. Not that your graphics card or your computer can't handle it. Turn that blur all the way down. Turn that screen shake down. It can get a little intense. I have my exposure up. just for some nice color. And then full screen effects, I have that down a little bit as well. I turn my sharpening up to 60. That might be default as well, not positive. Audio settings should be fine. I don't think you should have to change too much here. Yeah, you should be good. UI, it's a couple things you can change as far as crosshair and some colors. And then main thing I would change is the color of the enemies. It's nice to change this up, gives the game a fresh look. And it's nice to just like change up the your teammate color and your enemy color. Just make them a little brighter than you had before. Kind of fuck around with this lime and pink colorway. And obviously you're gonna just fuck around with your reticles here. There should be one more. I don't know if it's in UI. Yes, it is. Okay, so in UI, all the way down, you're going to want to go to weapon type. You can change this for melee, rifle, and melee, rifle, and heavy. I wouldn't really recommend changing it for pistol. It's not really worth it. This is actually going to change how much of the weapon takes up your screen. And for this heavy rifles, and some of the melees, they just take up way too much of your screen. So you're going to want to take the melee and that heavy. I think it's the only two I did. You're going to want to put the horizontal at 100. You want to put vertical and depth at minus 100. So that'll kind of give you some more room with those heavy weapons and kind of give you the advantage to see other players in the midst of the fight. So that's going to be it for the settings, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'll just give you a little insight on what these settings do and how they can help you. I'll let that be the end of it. So have a good one, guys. Peace.